Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Unexpected podcast. I'm your girl KP, the voice of perspective.
And I'm Reese Boogie, Mr. Outside. How y'all doing this week? How
What's
y'all
up,
doing?
y'all?
It's good to see you. What's going on?
Start off with shout out to Alto. Luxury Ride Share Service has given our listeners a $100 credit towards ride share services. And that promo code is Alto, HOU 100.
Hey, that's $100, man. Y'all need to tap into that. And then again, I want to know who actually using the ride share. So if y'all using it, please let us know. Comment. Let us know what's going on with the ride share. Give us some feedback. Yeah, let them know if they're taking care of y'all because we need to holler at them. I'll holler at them for y'all.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what's up, KP? How you been?
I've been good. It's been a long week. I ain't seen you in a while.
I ain't seen you about 2 weeks since the last time we shot.
Man, look, the weather been up and down, so I've been in and out.
But how was your spring break, though?
Spring break was very interesting. I took off for the week. We had my bonus child with us, so he had me on my toes all week.
I know everything about that, so.
So yeah, that was my week so far. But tonight,
hey, it's time to relieve some stress.
It is. Yeah. It is. He went back today, so.
But yeah, man, my spring break was pretty cool. I wound up picking up my stepdaughter. But it's not my stepdaughter. It's like a weird situation that I'm dealing with. I took care of her since she was 1, but she's like 14 now. But when me and her mother separated, she was like 9, so she still look at me as a father figure.
Yeah.
But we had a good time this week, spring break week. We went to the rodeo, went to Top Golf. We went and did some things. I even took her to 50-15.
What?
Hey, don't judge me.
I'm not about to
play with Reese. It was lunchtime. It wasn't nightlife. You know what I'm saying?
I guess it's operating as a restaurant.
It was a restaurant vibe. They had TSU on the screen, and she had told me she wanted to go there because I'd be there, so I took her early. And we actually enjoyed ourselves, but
that's good. We went to the rodeo and then we took them to the Children's Museum. I hadn't been to the Children's Museum in so long. And didn't realize it's actually fun for adults too.
Huh?
Like we was in there playing. Yeah. But anyway.
Because you got that kid at heart though.
I do.
But man, the rodeo is very expensive.
It sure is.
That's one thing I learned.
Look, I'm glad that I had the we still had our tickets from 2020 before they shut down. So I was like, bet. And then we just kind of added a little bit on there. So we didn't really have to spend much this year. But if I had to buy something, the fast pass, all that stuff.
Man, I was there for, like an hour and a half. I probably spent like $200. Because they were selling like 100 tickets for $50. But I guess the taller you are, the bigger the rides are, the more the tickets cost.
Yeah.
So we spent like $30 on one ride.
Yeah, each ride was like 12 tickets. I was like,
$30, 30 tickets on one ride a piece. So we had to go right back and double up on some more tickets. The turkey legs was $20. I should went to Turkey Leg Hut. What's up, Turkey Leg Hut? Man, I should went to Turkey Leg Hut. Man, I had fun, but it was very expensive though.
Yeah. But it's nothing like the rodeo, I'm mad I missed the
So did you play
Houston.
The song like Ride Like a Rodeo? Like that was your song that weekend?
I don't know what that song is.
You don't know that song?
No.
Oh man.
But I'm mad that I missed the concert Bun B put on. Because I heard it was
Houston.
Really good.
Right.
He did it for Houston for real.
Yeah, he put it on for Houston. So that was a good concert.
It looked like it was good.
Yeah, I missed it too. I didn't know all them people was coming because I definitely would have been more active as far as trying to get there.
Yeah. Well, just a recap from last episode. I know we had started talking about how men tend to just brush off their issues and go out and drink. And then this week, recently we saw the Pivot podcast. Shout out to them. They always have the necessary conversations.
Yeah.
With who?
Michael Beasley.
Yeah, Michael Beasley. Yes, he was the guest on that podcast and he broke down.
Yeah.
And so that goes along with us kind of trying to get you guys out of this whole carrying the weight of the world. Feel like you got you by yourself, like go to therapy. And I understand that, there's some stigmas behind therapy, but at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself.
You definitely got to take care of yourself. But, you know, I don't really think it's more about therapy. It's about having people in your life that you can lean on, that's there for you, can call. Because they show wasn't really about the therapy side. It was about just picking up the phone and calling somebody.
But at that point, he needed therapy because he broke down on a recorded set. But I think it's important, like you said, to surround yourself with individuals, or even if you don't have those individuals, be that individual for somebody else so that when the time comes, y'all already have that relationship and you can, do the same thing. But those brothers on there, they was like, I want to be that person for you. Like, because he even said like he's been trying to find people to surround himself with. Right. And at some point he just gives up because he feels like he has to walk away with some kind of dignity.
But his biggest issue is he haven't figured out life after basketball.
Yep.
And, I think that's more his issue is all he kept saying is, I just want to play basketball.
Yeah.
I just want to play basketball.
That transition is hard, especially, so I'm seeing, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's some of my personal experience, but
well, let's get personal today. What you talking about? You ain't gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let me finish my statement. But it's my fiance's story, so I want him to have the platform to share that. And so he played basketball. He's retired now, right. But that and having so many friends who play professional basketball. Right. So having that as an occupation, that's a totally different lifestyle. You getting paid a good amount of money. And then you're trying to figure out what that looks like after sports, not just basketball, but just after sports. Your lifestyle changes, job opportunities. If you haven't put investments in and started businesses and stuff like that, what does that look like? And so a lot of people have a hard time with that transition. And that's actually what I specialize in.
I didn't know life he was so young, sports. Though.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like 33 years old, though.
Yeah.
I thought he was older than that, but, because him and Kevin Durant, like close friends, best friends. And I always think that's kind of hard as far as watching your
friends where you were,
to grow. And then he was a top draft pick. Ain't like he was a scrub coming out of, school. He was a top draft pick.
I remember our school playing Michael Beasley. So he's about my age.
So for him to get the stigma that he have on him and nobody to pick him up knowing that he can still play basketball, because he a cold dude. Yeah. He can score. Like, he one of the top dudes that can put the ball in the basket.
It's just hard knowing that there's always a younger generation coming out of college after you that those teams want to invest in. And so if you're not the superstars, they're trying to find, the next best thing. And not reinvesting.
That's what's crazy about it. He was a superstar for him to be going through what he's going through in life, and for the people to put on him what they put on him when he haven't done nothing, like he say, but want to play basketball, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He said he have been in situations that he wasn't really involved in, but because he was there, because of his name, his title, people have put this stigma on him, and it have ended his career a little bit. So
yeah, that's tough. I really hope he finds that peace, also surround himself with good people.
Yeah, I just think he need a mentor. He need older dudes.
And I said the same thing when all of that started happening with Lamar Odom. It's like what's the other guy who they saw on the street?
Well, Lamar Odom do a crack. That's different from a nigga just.
Yes. He do. But it's also another guy. Oh, and Steve Francis, right? It's like, how do y'all have this brotherhood for these years, these decades, and then all of a sudden everybody loses touch? And I know life happens for everybody, but it's like if you see somebody not doing so good, reach out.
A lot of them don't have close friends. A lot of them don't have family because a lot of when they start so young, they start getting money at 18 years old, coming out of college, coming out of high school. So a lot of the people in their life they don't trust.
Right.
So they don't really have solid relationships.
Or they trust that they don't need to trust.
Right. They start putting the trust in the wrong people.
Right.
So when they get to a certain age and everybody start wiggling out in their 30s and they start thinking about retirement, a lot of people start leaving people behind because like Steve Francis, he was alcoholic. Lamar Odom, he was did a little crack. You know what I'm saying? So certain people start leaving those folks behind because now they start to build their careers, and you can't have them certain people in your corner unless it's your family or people that you grew up with. So,
but it's not like it needs to be that they're like hanging out with them, going out, stuff like that. But like check on them, you know, like he even said like nobody ain't reached out to me. Like he had to reach out to other people to tell them what's going on with him, and they didn't. And no, you don't have the responsibility for other people. Right. But if somebody reach out to you, that means they need somebody to talk to. Like where's your compassion for somebody who once was in the same shoes you?
But he said it though. If you looked at the podcast, he didn't want to play basketball, but he looked at basketball as a tool because that's when he started getting the recognition from people, and people started doing things for him. Right. So when he got older, and he got a stigma on him and people start pushing him out of basketball, it just went back to his childhood to me. It went like, we don't need you. You
pick up where you left off.
He's a tool.
Yeah.
He was a tool. We don't need you no more. You're not getting that same credit. So we going to the next best thing, and he haven't figured out what's next for him.
Right. And I think that's with any job. And I really think that professional athletes need to realize like this is a job. And yes, it's different from how you would have your, like, yes, you're more in the spotlight with any other job, but it's like, this is a job. And so you have to prepare for the job. You have to be on your P's and Q's, abide by rules, whatever the case may be. Yeah, you get paid more than most people. But.
And it's crazy when they get paid that much money, they say it's not about the money.
It's not.
He kept saying, man, I don't care about the money.
I just
want to play basketball.
A lot of times it's for a couple of reasons. It's because that's all they know. That's all they've been doing. Right. There's that fear of, dang, like, what if I try something else and I look weak? Like, or if I can't do it, or if I fail or whatever, like it's that fear attached. Also, leaving behind all of the status and recognition that you get, that's hard to just go and be a quote unquote regular person, even though they don't realize like you'll never be a regular person. People gonna know your name. Right. Like,
And then they 6'9".
They 6'9". Yeah, so they gonna recognize them, but there's also a stigma that comes with that. Like, dang, like, why you ain't playing no more? Like all of those ignorant people that say, yes.
Like everybody sound like that?
Yes. All of them.
Say it yeah, that's everybody.
But yeah, men, stop wearing, the weight of the world on your shoulders. Find an outlet. Put the weight down.
Like, it's hard though. It's hard for men.
I know it's hard.
It's very hard for men though.
I had this conversation with a friend.
Pride. It start off with pride. You gotta let your pride go first.
But you gotta let it go. Like, you have to. Stress is the number one killer for our people.
Right.
Because it leads to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and then that leads to other deadly diseases. So, like, let that shit go.
It might lead to a nigga going to jail. Niggas, I know they have a lot of stress. That too. They go to jail.
They make frantic, bad decisions. So it leads to a lot of stuff, but let that weight go, y'all. Like, y'all gotta let it go. And yes, we both carried, different weights, but it's just like, I think women tend to be able to vent more, and like we talked about last episode. No, stop saying that women are sensitive. Everybody is sensitive.
So, you know what I'm saying? No,
everybody is sensitive.
I'm sensitive for sure.
Exactly. So stop saying
most men. I'm telling you, I don't care about enough to tell people what's going on with me because I don't have that pride. Like majority of men, a lot of men got that pride. They scared to open up, or they want to be seen in this light as a tough guy. Yeah. But, you're still a tough guy. You're a little emotional.
It's nothing like a man that can be transparent, emotionally well-balanced, and thorough. So you can tell me exactly what you thinking, what you feeling, and then we can also do something about it and move on. We're not asking y'all to just dwell in the emotion.
But it's most women like that, though.
Yes.
Every woman don't want a man that's sensitive or
that's where you do the process of elimination.
Right. But there's a lot of women out there that they want the man to be a man. Like, why are you crying? Why are you so sensitive? Why are you this and that?
It's a lot of women out there that don't really know what the man is. However, there's also a whole lot of women that want to see that side of you. Because that tells them, dang, he care about me enough to be open with me. I cut for him.
And that's why you engaged.
I mean, you know. So a friend of mine, Tia, right? Shout out to Tia.
What up, Tia? Tia cool. What's up, Tia? Hey, Tia a smart woman, man. I'll be looking at Tia Instagram before you get into Tia. I want to say a little bit about Tia.
Yeah, her IG page, if you don't know, is Tia the Great.
She definitely got a lot of great influence on her Instagram. So if y'all don't follow, I think y'all need to follow her. Because she definitely opened up my mind just watching. I'll be wanting to put some of the topics on the show just watching her Instagram. So
right. So this week she had basically a question, basically like why does men's engagement with the person that they're trying to get at on social media change once they feel like they got them. Like, right. So all of this time you spending like, oh, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Always DMing them, whatever the case may be. And then when she give you her phone number and y'all talking on the daily or something, now all of a sudden she don't see you on Instagram. Like, why do y'all engagement change when you get the person?
I think it's like the old saying, like the dog chased the cat. You know what I'm saying? I think once they finally get where they going, then I think it ain't as important to them no more because of the social media world. So I think a lot of people got a lot of Instagram crushes. You know, they putting hard eyes on stuff, or they DMing. Then once that person finally respond and they go on to that, they go on to the next person because they got multiple women that they following every day.
And that's whack as hell because
right.
Because I feel like if you are using all this energy to get this person, if this person is of a stature to where you're using that much effort to get them, you should be using the same amount of effort to keep them, right?
I just think it's easy access, though. I think it's important what you're saying, but the majority of the time, I just think it's easy access, you know?
I get that, but say, for instance, y'all build a serious relationship, too. Right. So now all of a sudden, y'all are in a relationship. I don't think she was talking about
a serious relationship.
I think she was just talking to her about it. And so it's levels to it. So we talked about like them just, casually talking, but what if there's a significant to y'all's relationship now?
Have y'all started fucking or having sex? My fault.
I don't know.
Have y'all started having sex? Like, what are we doing? Are we just going on dates? Are we having sex?
There's a significance to y'all's relationship. Whatever that means to you, that's what that means. So if I refer to you as my significant other, that's what that means. I don't know.
We doing it.
Okay, well. But now all of a sudden, you not my biggest fan no more. You silent. You know what I mean? Like, you not still crushing on me. You not still, like, why not, though?
I think because things became personal, though. I think y'all start learning about each other. Y'all start telling each other personal business. They start figuring out small things that they might not like about you. Things that because when you on Instagram, you don't really know too much about the person that you talking to.
You like the idea of the person.
You like the idea.
Yes.
You like the pictures. You like the videos. But now that
you know that person and there's a significant relationship and you find out she just as dope as she is on social media,
right?
You still like...
She might not be as dope though.
But that's not the only reason.
From a man, she might not be as dope.
No, that's not the only reason because it's people in relationships that don't interact on social media that are purely in love. They just don't interact with each other on social media. So why is the effort less once you get the person? And of course, this is a rhetorical question because you can't speak for all men. Like it might be different reasons.
I can't speak for myself. Go ahead.
But it's just like, but then on top of that, let y'all have an argument though. Let y'all break up. It's all kind of stalking. It's all kind of. Oh, no. It's all kind of or you do the opposite of blocking.
Right.
And it's like such an emotional response. But it's just like, why not keep that the same energy? The same energy. What you put out to attract the person, you should keep throughout the relationship.
To me personally, like I don't know what's going on. I just think it's a lot of easy access from social media. Mm-hmm. And I just think, as far as a lot of men might think, Like just like I got her, just like I bagged her, or whatever the case may be.
You on to the next.
You on to the next because
I said the same thing.
And my thing is just this. Just like I'm in her DM, I'm in another DM.
Exactly.
Right. She just the one that bit first. But the other person is still biting.
Or maybe not. It might have been a year or two since.
But they still biting, whatever, to the fact that we are calling each other significant others.
Right.
But I still got my hard eyes. I still get play. I still get whatever I need on social media.
All right.
So
Tia gonna have a lot to say about this.
That's fine. Tia,
but I kind of said the same thing though. Like I said, it's a couple of reasons probably. Like either he feels accomplished and he just entertaining other people and his engagement is just not as much with you.
Right.
Or he feels accomplished to have you and therefore he's not posting some of the same stuff. He's not on social media as much because he's occupied with you.
And niggas players out here, man. Really, niggas might be player the whole time. That's what I'm trying to say.
He could be. And that's what I said first. But I do think there are men.
I ain't give away the game, but niggas players.
We know.
Niggas just be trying to bag.
We know.
Especially if they on social, if they can get that play on social media like that, it's easy access. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all can't. Y'all gotta.
I don't think
stop
they
being
really
so
looking
easy.
for a social. I don't really think they looking for a relationship. Some guys, you know what I'm saying? Some guys just like the entertainment that they get on social media.
Well, say what you mean and mean what you say.
It's like a dating. So Instagram is like a dating app. But
no, it's not. It's really y'all using it as one, but it's not. The problem is that people don't say what they mean and mean what they say. How you gonna slide them in people's DMs like, oh my gosh, like you're beautiful. I want to get to know you. I want to do this. I want to do that. You don't know. No, you didn't. Because if you get to know me and I give you my number and you still,
but you might have an ugly attitude.
That's only one side of it.
Niggas don't know you. Niggas only see the pictures. They see the videos. They see whatever you got going.
Reese, that's
but
only
once they
one
start talking to you, niggas be thinking, man, she got an ugly attitude, but I'm still gonna hit. I'm just trying to be real.
But that's only one side. Right. What if she is all you thought she was?
So I'm gonna continue to play the game how I go, right? Continue to play the game how I go, because now I done got her attention. But now, I don't like the way she move. I don't like the way she speaks.
Listen to my question.
I'm just saying.
Listen to my question.
All right, so I'm about to go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, what if you meet a girl or whatever, not you, but just in general.
Yeah, don't talk about me.
Meet a girl. She is all you thought she was. She's just as dope on social media as she is in real life. And the engagement still changes. What is that? Like, are you still entertaining other girls even though you got what you wanted? Like, why? Why? And that's rhetorical because, like I said, you can't answer for everybody. But it's just like it's super whack though.
I don't know.
Just whatever.
I just think it's the dudes, the women picking. They got a bad picking of men. That's all. I can't, shit.
But speaking of IG and stalking and banning and blocking,
right?
Your boy Kanye got banned from Instagram.
Hey man, Kanye my dog, I hate that they banned him because I think watching the documentary, Kanye been the same guy, from the beginning of the time. He might have went a little bit overboard with the head and the video and all that stuff by Pete Davidson. But Pete, when he came out, what his name, Stevenson? Oh, Skeet. My fault, Skeet. Yeah, when Skeet came out and he took the picture in the bed, that was entertaining to me, because that was my Skeet.
It is.
Skeet was like me at that moment. Like
But you don't go from that, like y'all was punching, with each other, but you don't go from that to threatening people's lives and like
who threatened somebody's life?
Kanye. That's why he got banned. Cause he made that clay head or whatever, talking about he was gonna chop his head off and all this shit. Like, that's a little crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, that's not
Kanye a genius, man.
No,
Kanye
can you stop saying that?
Is he not?
Kanye needs help.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does. Kanye needs
a regular dude, but he got a lot of attention on him. He got a lot of money. That's why I say You don't like
that
Kanye
is called
enough.
separation abuse.
You need to watch the documentary. You'll know that Kanye is a genius, man. Everything Kanye do is contemplated. He knows his next move. So
banned from Instagram for violating hate speech for sure, threatening to kill people and all that stuff.
That day though, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly. That's crossing the line.
Kanye went off that day.
But it's just like that's separation abuse, because even if it wasn't Pete, it wasn't personal. Like if it was somebody else, Kanye would be doing the same thing just to intimidate Kim.
Nah, I don't
yes.
That was
basically like, if I can't be happy, you ain't gonna be happy.
That was Pete did it. Kanye wouldn't have that same energy. I think it's the race of the guy. Look,
Kim said, and I'm not a big Kim fan, but Kim said she has been a changed person since dating Kanye, because
that's the same woman that told women to go out there and get a job. So Kim just be talking.
What are you talking about?
What Kim said about women going to get a job?
I don't know.
Yeah, what did she say? Keep up with what's going on.
I don't.
Kim told people to go out there and get a job like she been working her whole life.
Now, what I'm saying is, like I said, I'm not a big Kim fan. Right. I believe that she's very calculated, just like Kanye. I think the whole reason why they got together was calculated. I think everything about them is calculated. But now that Kim is realizing there's a cost to the fame, there's a cost to all of this stuff.
Right. Can you read what Kim said?
Let me finish my statement first.
Kim what she told women to do.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. Okay.
Right. She never got up and worked though.
I get that, which is why I said I'm not a Kim fan. But
so I don't really listen to Kim, but go ahead.
Can you listen to me then? Okay. But at the end of the day, she said basically she's a whole new person. She has a whole new outlook on life. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But she's saying that she's looking for stuff that's more appealing. But that's after all of the calculated relationships she's had. You know, so it's just like,
she's getting older too.
She's getting older and she like, I got all this money. I need something real now.
Kim got money. She got kids. You know, she done been through several relationships, so she might be at a point in her life. Cause I think I seen something what she was talking about with Pete. Well, she just feel like it's a regular relationship. She just feel like it's a regular relationship though, where she can just have fun, exactly, enjoy life.
I think she's gonna date majority white men now.
I mean, I think all of them should anyway. But who he's on?
I think she got where she wanted to go with the spotlight from dating the past relationships, and now she's gonna.
And do you think it was all for the show too, though?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. So it's all calculated. But yeah, Kanye crossed the line, whatever. But your girl, I'm not really a fan of her either.
Just Brittany. Yeah. Just
I ain't got no beef or nothing.
Just Brittany for Phil Ward. You know what I'm saying? When she spoke her mind, you know, she only told the truth about Houston. If y'all don't know what we talking about, it was a song from Atlanta. I can't think of the chick name from Atlanta.
I don't know.
But she made a song about not Atlanta. And, you know, she got a lot of controversy behind it, a lot of publicity behind it. So I think that's why just Brittany made a song for Houston.
Exactly.
Because she knew she was going to get the same
relevant
spotlight that old girl got, and she got it.
She did.
And it ruffled a lot of feathers. But she told the truth. Because you from where?
I just feel like I'm from Southwest Houston.
Right. And that's not Houston.
Nigga, what? Don't. He been trying to fight me all day. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
what's
to say
Southwest
nigga.
Houston, though? Is it A-Leaf?
Fondren and West Belford, Southwest. Not no damn A-Leaf. The real Southwest.
Yeah, I thought it. How you said that?
Okay. But I want to start with, first of all, it says the Houston Freestyle. That wasn't a freestyle.
That was good. She did.
That wasn't a what's a freestyle? What's a freestyle?
Well, a freestyle is off the dome.
Exactly.
Off top of the head. But
do you think that's what she did?
No.
Okay.
That ain't going on no more, though.
Fact. Okay. Right. So.
It was the first off, she had a whole video set. So you know it went off the head.
Exactly. So stop calling it a freestyle. Anyway, that was my first point. Second point. Definition of a freestyle is a style of improv with or without instrumental beats.
I know what a freestyle is.
Okay.
I freestyle right now, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's hear some.
I'll just pump myself up. Go ahead.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like that's not Houston's culture to put everybody against each other. Like it's just not. And so I feel like it was very unnecessary because we're all about inclusivity.
Let me tell you something. When Houston was blowing up in the early 2000s, right? Mm-hmm. When Mike Jones had his platform, Paul Wall had his platform, they was all signing these record deals, Slim Thug had his platform. One of these dudes together. You know what I'm saying? You saying about putting people against each other, they weren't even coming together.
But it ain't never been no like, Zero talking about damn Pimp C.
Well, she didn't talk about nobody personally. She talked about the size of Houston, which I have grown up in the inner city. You know, Fillwater, Texas, for real, don't play. But look, I grew up in the inner city, so we have always looked at anything outside the Beltway not being Houston. So what she said, it wasn't like a shock to me because everybody that grew up in the city always thought the outskirts of Houston was in Houston.
Who are some of the biggest rappers from Houston that claim Houston?
Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Paul Wall.
Biggest rappers.
Killer Calion, Travis Scott. I'm gonna just go even with Beyonce.
Go with the biggest
I'm gonna go with
one.
Beyonce since you're going big. I'm gonna go with Beyonce. The people everybody know, DJ Screw, Pimp C. But what Pimp C from?
Zero. Exactly.
What Pimp C from?
That's my point.
What's your point?
You have some of the biggest people that have put Houston on the map.
Right.
And you just basically shitted on them like, nigga, you ain't from Houston.
She ain't shit on them. She told the truth.
She did.
They not from Houston, though.
At the end of the day, some of the biggest artists that put Houston on the rap, that have paved a way for her. Right. You decided to be like, discredit them. For what? Like, that don't make sense.
I don't think you really know. Who the biggest artists you think that put Houston on the map?
The ones you named. Pimp C, Zero, Bun claimed Port Arthur.
Bun not from Houston.
Exactly. But he's some of the biggest artists.
All she did was tell the truth.
That's
the truth
my point, though. But it wasn't.
She wasn't
necessary.
shitting on nobody.
But wasn't necessary.
Yes, because
Why?
that's what's hot right now. If you go what's going on.
Because she just wanted to be relevant and she just shot herself in the foot.
She ain't shoot herself in the foot.
She did.
Ain't nobody
I guarantee
Just Brittany song says.
My point exactly.
Right. So did she shoot herself in the foot or did she put herself back relevant?
For a split second, because
did she shoot herself in the foot?
I hadn't even heard of it. Exactly. I asked you what you was talking about.
So did she make herself back relevant? Because if she would have made a song, who would be talking about her?
I think you just made her relevant.
No, the city, because I keep up what's going on. Listen.
Who talking about it?
I don't listen.
Y'all heard the song?
Thank you. They shook their head.
I ain't hear nothing about
right, because you in a bubble. You had a baby during spring break when it came out.
It's not about a bubble.
You had a whole 5-year-old during spring break, so you weren't even watching it.
I ain't heard nothing about Just Brittany since she made her
people,
very first song.
She done had people come back at her since the song and dismiss her. Because she wanted to make herself relevant.
Shot herself in the foot.
No, she ain't got nothing going to shoot herself in the foot.
Just this one little thing, I guess.
And guess what? She'll get a little show.
What?
People talking about
you
her.
You think so?
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like more people talking about her.
I like Just Brittany.
Like, okay,
Just Brittany from the hood. I've been watching Just Brittany since she was.
I don't have anything personally against her. At the end of the day,
I ain't got nothing against rap.
At the end of the day, it was unnecessary. I mean, it just don't make sense. Like, let Atlanta have a little whatever. Like, come up with something original.
I don't think you. Let me tell you, I don't think you understand the industry of hip hop.
I don't. I'm a person who values authenticity, like not just riding a coat wave.
But you got to ride a coat wave.
You don't have to.
If you doing what?
You don't have to.
If you're irrelevant.
You don't have to,
Just
though.
Brittany been out there in there 10, 15 years.
You don't
For her
have
not to have a clout behind her that she expect like the. Let me ask you.
That's because she riding coat waves and it's only temporary.
Let me ask you a question because now you got me pumped up. Why do Houston women get so much hate?
What?
You got Lizzo, Just Brittany. You got Megan Thee Stallion. They never get.
Who is talking about hating Megan? I mean, I understand maybe people not from Houston.
I don't think you online. Listen, I can't have this conversation with her. If you don't know the hate behind Megan Thee Stallion, then I don't really think
from Houston.
From Houston.
What are they saying?
Megan Thee Stallion don't get love in Houston. Like she had to cancel a concert in Houston because she didn't have ticket sales. She can go to anywhere else.
It probably was because of the promoter.
No, listen.
Because I ain't heard nothing about no Megan Thee Stallion concert.
She can go anywhere, exactly. But she can go anywhere in the States and sell out. But when she was coming to Houston, her ticket sales was low, so they had to cancel.
But that goes to my point. Just like Chris Brown just had to cancel because ticket sales. I believe that that's probably due to the promoters not doing. Can I finish my statement, please? Like, at the end of the day, she canceled she canceled her concert. But Chris Brown also just canceled his and Monica because their ticket sales were not selling. But that's because a lot of people did not even hear about their concerts. Like, people not gonna buy what they don't know what's going on.
We talking about Houston though. We talking about.
Are you not listening to my context?
Listen to me. You talking about Chris Brown. You talking about Monica. I done seen folks.
You're not listening to the most important thing that I just said.
No, she's from Houston.
I know that.
So she shouldn't, regardless of what the hell she got going on, just like Bun B through that concert. You still have to have a promoter. And the rodeo, and everybody was there for everybody coming out from Houston. She should still get the same love. Travis Scott from Houston, right?
No. Ain't he from the outskirts too?
He from Mo City.
Yeah, exactly. That's my damn point. That is my point.
Hey, you
that's my point. That's my point.
Mo City Freestyle.
And that's one of exactly like that's one of the known. That's one of the most known Houston songs. And then she just gonna come out and be like, "Nigga, you ain't from here." But we also know why that was. Didn't they have a little situation?
Zero.
Yeah. So it's just like, but Mo City. Come on now, like Cartwright Road, like
I never thought Mo City was Houston though.
Mo City is a part of Houston. I don't care what nobody says.
After the freestyle, I agree.
No, like just they've been around just like the Wards. Like
watch it.
I'm not saying the extended Mo City, but the ones right there, like Cartwright Road, Quail Valley, that shit been there longer than. That shit been there longer than most of the other places.
Who else you want to give a shout out to?
I'm not shouting out nothing, but I mean, yeah, they might have a different, but man, they just as Houston as other people in Houston.
Ain't Houston.
At the end of the day,
y'all get love from Houston because, you know, we fuck with y'all.
Y'all Houston,
y'all
just
Zero.
As much as Houston
you know, Zero
people.
got a song. I'm so Houston. You know, Big Mo will be proud of me. You know, I know all that, but that's definitely on the outskirts of Houston.
You just named all the people that put Houston on the map, and they not from Houston.
Don't listen.
I'm just saying. You named all the biggest people.
Who the main person put Houston on the map?
I mean, Beyonce, because she went but she's from Houston. She's from Third Ward.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't know.
What are you talking about?
DJ Screw.
I mean,
rap a lot.
But all of his people was from Port Arthur.
That was before Houston. I mean, before Beyonce.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying. Those people, majority of those people are from Port Arthur. That's my point. DJ Screw, cool, yes.
It's only two niggas from Port Arthur. What are you talking about? You got Pimp C and Bun B.
Okay, let's move on. Cause
I can go on this all day because I'm a Houston head. So what are you talking about?
You made my point.
Do you know anything about Switch House? Name me one artist on Switch House.
DJ Screw.
DJ Screw.
I don't know.
She's done.
Scarface. Ghetto Boy. Whatever. But
She's done.
at the end of the day,
oh man,
you made my point.
No, I did not.
You did.
No, I did not.
You just talked about.
Do you know anything about
Travis Scott?
Listen,
He from City.
You just let me know. You don't know nothing about DJ Screw.
What?
You don't know nothing about Swisher House.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Who is Lil Flip to you?
To me? Nobody.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What?
Lil Flip is the city though.
Yeah, he from Houston. But why are we going down the list of people from Houston?
I can do that because you want to know who put Houston on the map. I can do that. You think Lil Flip did? He definitely did.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying. They had an era.
They did have an era, but right. I'm not saying they didn't. You was stuck in Houston. So
you think Beyonce put Houston on the map?
On a larger international scale? Absolutely.
Right.
You don't agree?
She was definitely Janet Jackson to the city. Question for you. Who is your, I'm going to go hip hop. Who is your top 5 hip hop artists of all time?
I don't really.
Do you want to do females? Let's do females. Who are your top 5 female hip hop artists?
I don't listen to rap.
Like you have never listened to Lil Kim?
No.
Trina.
The mainstream song.
So who are your top 5 female R&B artists then? Let's do that.
Current or just all time?
All time. I got another top 5 for you too, but I'm gonna start out with that. I'm gonna relax you a little bit. Who is that?
R&B artists.
You on the wall?
I have NDRE.
Oh yeah.
She raised me a little bit, you know.
Is she the lady that sing? Nah, I ain't gonna put myself out there like that.
Nah, put yourself out there because you just tried to put me out there.
Is she the lady that sing Bag Lady?
No.
So that was
see, y'all see this? He tried to put me out there talking about rap.
That was Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu.
You don't even know who the doggone Bag Lady song. Okay.
No, let's go. I just knew
I top what?
No, she got a song I love though, but go ahead.
Top what?
5. R&B.
Okay.
Male and female.
In no particular artist. Yeah. R&B. No particular order. I like Boyz II Men, NDRE, of course. I like her. I like
Boyz II Men was hard, by the way.
Yes. I'm trying to think. This is on the
what
spot.
number that is?
That's 3.
3. You got 2 more. You got Janet Jackson on the wall.
I like Janet. She's not my top. She's pop.
She pop.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. R&B is so faded nowadays. Like I don't know.
All right. Well, let's listen. She got 3. So that's her top 3.
Yeah, top 3.
I got one more before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your top 3 since you can't get to 5? Houston artists.
0, but he from Mo City.
No, I'm saying that's cool. That's cool. 0 good.
0. I like Megan.
Yeah, Megan hit. Megan hit.
Houston.
One more. You gotta get one more.
I'm not really a Beyonce fan, but I respect her, so I'll put her at the top, at the 3rd spot.
And Megan, Beyonce hit.
What about
Megan
you?
Hit. Me? I'm a J-Dog fan. I know you probably don't know who J-Dog is.
Nope.
I'm gonna go with Slim Thug.
I like some.
I'm gonna go with 0. Okay. I'm gonna go with Killer Calion. Okay. Killer he be in the car hitting them freestyle like crazy. I never heard
a song.
Yeah, Killer hard. Hard. I don't think he ever got the respect he deserved being from Houston. I don't know because he ain't political or he don't be in the spotlight or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna talk to Killer about that because I know him a little bit. And my 5th, I was a Big Mo fan, to tell you the truth.
Actually, I love me some Big Mo.
I was a Big Mo fan. You know, RIP Big Mo, he ended too soon, but
Hawk a little bit.
When I was clubbing and Big Mo songs used to come on.
Big Mo, baby.
I used to think I could sing back then. So I
would actually put him in the 3rd spot over Beyonce.
Yeah. You know,
is that weird?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's Big Mo. But if you're a Houston head, it ain't weird because
I'm not a Houston head, but I love Big Mo. Like that's one person that I rock with. But yeah, U of H in the Sweet 16 tonight. You know, 9 p.m. I'm wishing them luck because the last time they played Arizona,
It didn't go too well.
It didn't go too well because I think it was Irie Coleman stepped on that dude head and he got ejected. So hopefully they.
What you got?
I'm going with U of H.
You know who the over and under?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Don't really care. I'm going with U of H. Hopefully they can redeem themselves this tournament. So.
Well, who you got winning it all?
U of H. Just because
so you just ride
from
you just ride U of H.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I got Gonzaga. And Duke. You know,
I can't stand powerhouses, but that's for another time. But yeah.
Hey man, well, it was a great episode, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Tune in. Every episode, make sure y'all subscribe. This is the Unexpected podcast.
Is it the Underexpected podcast or the Unexpected podcast?
The Unexpected podcast. Hey man, look, let's be them cups. Hey, well look.
Check out the Unexpected podcast on 5 major platforms: YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
and that one.
Google and Apple Podcasts. Check us out, y'all. Be easy.
We out.
See you next time.